Hello, welcome to Lecture 1, Matter, Atoms and Molecules. After the lesson, you will learn to define the terms matter, list the different states of matter, classify matter, define atoms and molecules. Please watch the various YouTube clips. There are totals of 4 clips embedded in the slides to help you understand the concept covered in the topic of matter. So what is matter? Matter is defined as the physical materials of the universe. Based on the definition, everything around us is matter. Examples of matter are table, windows, pen, flowers, clothes, water, even the air you breathe in is matter. The human body is also made up of matter. This is Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, and everything in the picture is made up of matter. Matter is another term for any kind of material. Matter therefore has mass and take up space. Matter can exist as 3 different physical states: solid, liquid, and gas. Take note that some of the textbook or video clips on matter, they also include the 4th state called plasma. Water, for example, can exist in 3 different states: ice, which is the solid state, water, which is the liquid state, and steam, which is the gas state. This table summarizes the differences between solid, liquid, and gas. For example, in terms of volume, gas has indefinite volume, whereas liquid and solid has a fixed volume. In terms of shape, solid has a fixed shape, whereas the other two has an indefinite shape. All of the states have fixed mass. The interaction of the particles in the gas is weak, therefore it has a larger expansion compared to liquid and solid. In terms of compressibility, unlike gas and liquid, the particles in the solid, they are closely packed. Therefore, we can't compress the particles in the solid. For example of gas are oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. And for liquid, the example is water, mercury, and bromine. And for example of solid, they are salt, gold, and aluminum. To further understand the states of matter, please have a quick look at this YouTube video. Let's think about it. What are some ways we can tell matter apart? For instance, how can we differentiate salt and sugar solution? Yes, by taste. Salt tastes salty and sugar tastes sweet. There are other observable properties to differentiate matter, for example shape, size, color, hardness, texture, weight, density, and smell. Classification of matter. Matter can be classified as either pure substance or mixtures. For pure substance, which is defined as any substance that cannot be separated using physical means such as filtration, adsorption, evaporation, and distillation. Every pure substance usually has a unique set of chemical and physical characteristics, and it comprises of one type of particle. For example, of pure substance include salt and sugar. For mixture, it consists of 2 or more pure substances. Example of mixture are sugar solution, which made up of sugar and water. Components of mixture may therefore be separated by physical means. Another example of mixture is air, which made up of different gases. The table below shows the different types of gases that made up of air. For instance, air is made up of nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and all other gases such as noble gas and methane, and majority of the gases in the air is nitrogen, which made up of around 78% by volume. Interesting facts about oxygen. Oxygen gas comprises of 21% of the atmosphere. If we are not to suffocate, oxygen must constitute at least 17% of the air that we breathe. If we are not to burst into flames, it must remain below 25%. The probability of a forest fire being ignited by lightning increases by about 70% for every 1% increase in the percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere. Pure substances are either elements or compounds. Elements are substances that cannot be broken down into simpler ones by chemical means. For example of elements are oxygen and iron. They are fundamental substances each consisting of atoms of only one kind, and that singly or in combination constitute all matter. For example of compound are water and also salt, which is sodium chloride, is a distinct substance formed by the chemical union of two or more elements. These are the summary of the classification of matter. Matter are being separated into two categories, pure substances and mixture. In the pure substances, it is being divided into two parts, elements and compounds. Our body consists of different types of elements. Elements form many compounds in our body. Living cells contain about 65 to 90% of water by weight, so it's not surprised that most of our body mass is oxygen. Carbon is the basic building block of organic compounds. It's the third most abundant element in the body. Together, the top 6 body elements, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus, account for about 99% of the body's mass. This table summarizes the elemental composition in our body. Where do these chemical elements come from? These elements come from the cycling of air, water, and minerals between the earth ecosystem and the human body. We rely on the weathering process and plants to extract these minerals from rocks and soils. The 5 most abundant elements in the universe are hydrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen. Interestingly, these elements, with the exception of helium, form the bulk of all molecules used in living organisms. To understand what are elements and molecules, take a quick look at this link. What are atoms and molecules? An atom is the smallest representative particle of an element. For example of an element is neon. And the smallest representative particles of a compound is molecule. For example of compound is water. A molecule consists of 2 or more atoms joined together by forces known as chemical bonds. And atoms in some elements are also grouped together as molecules. In these cases, the molecules are made up of atoms of the same kind. For example, hydrogen molecule, chlorine gas molecule, and oxygen gas molecule. Properties of matter therefore arise from properties of the constituents, atoms or molecules, and the interaction between the atoms or molecules. To find out more, what is the difference between atoms, molecules, elements, and compounds, please click on the link below for more information. Atoms are made up of even smaller particles known as the nucleus, consisting of protons and neutrons, while the electrons are moving around this nucleus. The common way to picture an atom is the solar system model. The solar system model of the atom is that the atom is like a tiny solar system, with the nucleus in the center and electron rotating around the nucleus in orbits, similar to how the planets rotate around the sun. To find out more what is atomic structure, click on the link here. These are the references for lecture 1 to 4. Feel free to download them online or borrow them in the library.
Hello guys, thank you for watching. This is Dr. Edison H. If you like this video, don't forget to share with your friends who may like this, and subscribe and follow the following Instagram, Facebook and YouTube channel. If not, I will see you in the next video. Peace!